You better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
What's good, everybody? Welcome. Excited.
Welcome to our Cube Table Talks, where we keep it real,
Where we keep it relevant, and where we keep it raw.
I am one of your co-hosts, Dr. Marcia Burden Tiggs, and next to me I have
your other co-host, Pastor Kimberly Mann.
Yep, and we're so excited. We have some of, the sought after, the favorites of the show. We had to bring them back. So let's start on my side. Next to me I have...
I'm Jordan. What's up?
Alex Godley.
All right. Y'all ready to just go on? Let's jump into it.
Right into it.
All right. What's good, church?
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Yes.
We're back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our segment entitled What's Good, Church? So for those who are just tuning in for the first time, in this segment, we talk about all things churchy, right? We talk about what's happening within our particular church. For point of reference, we are Seventh-day Adventist. And we're affiliated with that denomination. But as an overlarge and overall and overreaching, we are Christians, first and foremost. And so if you're a Christian, you're in the right place. And even if you're not a Christian, you're still in the right place.
Still in the right place, yeah.
But we want to talk about
place.
something that is definitely affiliated with the church. Pastor Mann, we're just going to let her sit here because this is definitely about her and about what she does. But
I'm here for it.
In particular today, we're talking about pastors and administrators. So for our denomination, we have what is called a conference, and we have it on an international scale. Our general conference recently in July held elections. And this is probably one of the most diverse body of leaderships that we've had in a very long time. On top of that, there's a lot been going on in this country surrounding the murder of Charlie Kirk and Christian nationalism. And a lot of pastors, particularly within our denomination and others as well, have been speaking out about what is happening in our nation and taking a bold stance and position surrounding these events. Well, unfortunately, that has brought on criticism.
Yep.
Criticism of church leaders, pastors, administrators. So the question on the table is this. Do you all believe that you should be able to criticize pastors and church administrators? And if you say yes, what is the best way in which you should do it? How should you go about it?
I'll jump in. So, okay. What's my purpose? Am I criticizing for views, for likes? Am I trying to get some type of cohesive understanding of, am I a part of the people that I'm criticizing, or am I just on the outside criticizing, looking in? Or first of all, I have to establish where I'm at in that situation. Then what is my purpose? What am I trying to do this for? Am I is it personal gain? Is it self-glorification? Or am I trying to inform people from being misinformed? What are we doing out here? And if those things are, I don't know, according to the Bible, if it reflects the Bible, then I guess, but I don't think my intentions are honest if I'm criticizing anything. That's just me.
That's a good guy.
Alex, what do you think?
I think regardless of where you stand, when if you stand in the light of just public speaking, you're going to be criticized regardless, depending on what your point of view is, where you stand, how you do it, where you do it, when you do it. You just got to understand that you're going to be criticized regardless, whether it's about people who are good, people who are for you, people who are against you. You just got to be prepared for that. Obviously, you want to be a representation of what you're speaking on. And honestly, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay, so neither one of you all really answered the question.
I've been forced to be
how you should do it.
Yeah,
we're coming down your lane.
How
but
we should criticize.
You all, it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, both of you. Sounds like you're saying yes, it is okay as long as you understand the topic, understand the subject matter, and you're offering something to the table. But how should you go about it?
I think depends on how you want your message to be heard, how you're criticizing. Are you criticizing within the comfort of your home, or are you criticizing, publicly about someone else? That should have some type of rapport to it,
right?
Some type of statistics or facts. But a lot of people do criticism of just opinion based. And do we as people have the right to judge them morally on their own opinion? Now, there's some people who might respect what you say because it might be coming from a factual place or, good morality towards something else. You might have common knowledge within that subject. Because some people will say, who are you to talk about this if you know nothing of it? And so I think depending on how you speak on it is obviously important. Most people should speak from rapport and things that they are informed on. But a lot of us these days, we don't. We just give our opinion.
And then also, before y'all jump in, because y'all the real speakers. We got Pastor Mann over here. Then we got Marcia. She's a orator in classrooms of sorts. But I'm not gonna just get on a podcast and just bash somebody, or I'm not gonna just spill my feelings out. Like, oh yeah, they was this, and like Alex said, like, are you doing it in the comfort of your home? Are you speaking about something like amongst your family and your friends, or are you trying to broaden this message to more people? And why am I doing that? Go back to my point. Am I doing it to get views, or am I doing it to inform the masses? And either way, I think it's just bad. It's just bad move, bro. You moving bad, whoever it is.
All right, we're going to tag you in. She's itching, she's waiting, she's rocking, y'all. The head is like, Lord have mercy. All right, Pastor Mann, what do you have to say about this?
So I feel like as a pastor, just in general, if you speak out loud, you open yourself up to criticism. Whether I'm speaking about the government, whether I'm speaking about my family, whether I'm speaking about God, right? So if you speak out loud, you open yourself to criticism. I think that, one, as Christians, yes, the Bible does talk about Christians judging other Christians, right? About being cautious about what we say and judging people by their fruit, right? And so if you see some bad fruit, then yes, as a Christian, it is my job to tell you, that you got apples coming from a pear tree, and that ain't it, right? But not in a space where you are demoralizing them or dehumanizing them or saying, hey, you are the Antichrist, you are Satan, you are the reason for the downfall of our, some of the stuff people be saying be wild, and they do it in the name of Jesus. So I think that's wrong. However, if what is being spoken is Bible-based, call a spade rhetoric, I think that you're going to open yourself up to people criticizing. So with the Charlie Kirk situation, one of the pastors, his name just slipped out my mind, he spoke to it, and he went viral for speaking against it, right? Then you have people in our church who spoke against it, and we went viral for speaking against it in a bad way. Oh, you're not supposed to say these things, or oh, we're all supposed to just turn a blind eye to racism in our church, and now we're not doing that. And so I just think that, especially in our context, which is we are part of the Afro or Latino or Native American diaspora, POCs, right, people of color, or Latino people of color, I just think that for so long we be like mad pacifists, But when we finally get tired and we start speaking up, then everybody feels like we shouldn't have anything to say.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm a pastor. I expect that people get online all the time. I see y'all. Like, I'm not talking to all of y'all, but like I be seeing y'all in the chat, and y'all be like, oh, why does she have lashes, and why does she have nails, and why is she preaching like this? She sounds like a Baptist pastor. We shouldn't have women like that in the pulpit. Guess what? Your critique doesn't negate my anointing. So you can say whatever you want to say, right? However, I've had people coming to me and say privately, Pastor Man, you said this and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Can we talk about it?
Right.
Then we have a discussion, and that's completely different. So,
whoa, you heard it from the pastor. You mentioned the term that I was going to use. I think there's a difference between criticism and rhetoric. And I think a lot of people do a lot of more rhetoric than actually critiquing. Because for me, usually with the critique, especially professionally, comes a solution, right? They tell you, hey, you were pitchy in music. Hey, you were pitchy on that note. This is how you do it. A lot of times, you're just hearing people's opinions about stuff, and they are self-proclaimed critics, and it's just a lot of foolishness, right? There's not even facts with them, and it says it's really annoying, for lack of a better term. But more importantly, it plants a seed of confusion.
Right.
And that's the issue that I have. I have respect for people who challenge pastors, who challenge administrators, who critique their methods, their sermons, and they back it up with "Thus saith the Lord," or they back it up with "This is what your actual budget is," or they back it up with "No, these are actually the fundamental beliefs of this denomination." They back it up with some type of evidence. So I don't know if it's the lawyer in me that likes it like that, but I don't want people to just give their opinion and dehumanize a person and use it as a weapon, which a lot of times people just do, period. So I can't say that criticizing the church leaders is wrong. I think that your purpose behind it, as you all alluded to, your purpose behind it is what is the problem for me. Because a lot of this is driven out of hatred. And if it's not hatred, it's envy.
Right.
And so you're like, or it's
clout chasing,
or it's inexperience.
pride,
It's inexperience. Like people tell me all the time, "Oh, I always see you here. I always see you there. I see you this. I see you that." And I'm listening to them like, "Yeah, okay." And so even with my students, I'll tell them, "You all think this is so easy? Come up and do it." And I challenge my students. I'll have them come up and teach the class. After that, they're like, okay, no, I'm good. Like, I got mad respect for you, because everybody wants to critique, but you don't know what it is until you walk in those shoes. So, yes, holding people accountable, having a standard, showing some evidentiary facts, fine. But another thing, y'all, and I don't know how y'all feel about this. Everyone, can we stop like going in on our own? Please and thank you. The rest of the
black on black pastoral crime.
Yes, the rest of the country, the world do this. Can we like be nice to each other?
Right.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's a nice public service announcement. Please, at
but
least.
I feel like we live in a world of sound bites, right? So what's happening is, people will take a clip. So for instance, my girl, my ride or die, Claudia Allen, that's my girl. Go look at her stuff, because she be spitting mad truth, right? So she posted something, they take a little clip of it. Oh, she said that all these things are this, and it's a sound bite, right? Yep. And we take it and run with it, and then say, we need to make sure she doesn't preach in our congregations ever. You weren't there, you didn't hear it, you didn't listen to the whole sermon. You took this little clip and then got on your platform and made it a whole thing, right? Like you said, critiquing our own, or tearing our own people down. And you don't see Baptist people taking her sermons and tearing them apart. It's other Adventist pastors who are taking her stuff and tearing it apart. So I do think there needs to be a certain level of, we just don't respect each other. And I think that comes from a place of envy. This person is traveling the world preaching the gospel, and you are in your small little corner with your one ring light and your iPhone 16.
One ring light is crazy word.
Trying to spread the gospel. And I'm not mad at you for doing that, but you're using somebody else's downfall, trying to make somebody else's downfall your platform's, basis. And so I think that's evil.
So if you want something go viral, let it be this. We appreciate our pastors. We appreciate our church administrators. We understand that it is a calling. It is not an easy task. And we are praying for you. Make that go viral, okay? So what do you think, y'all? What's good, church? Should we critique pastors and administrators? And how should we do it? All right, let us know. And we're about to get into the real world. It's real.
Yep, next segment coming up. Real world.
7-day shade room, man.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
What's good, everybody?
Hello.
We are back with our next segment, The Real World. And this is where we talk about what's literally happening in our real world. We know that we can be all things church, but we also have to know and be able to tie in our worldview with what our Christian worldview with what's happening in the real world. So with what's happening in the real world, if you have not seen, because there's been so many other things in the real world happening, that Sean Diddy Combs has been sentenced to 50 months in prison for the crimes in which he committed. If you're not sure of the crimes, now it's Friday night. You're watching on Friday night, so don't go look it up. This is not the night to go look it up. Tomorrow, okay, just type in Diddy baby oil and you'll figure it out, okay? That's
Tomorrow night,
tomorrow
at
night.
least.
But like, so he has done some very evil, abusive things towards women. There has been, and now that he's been convicted, so we can just say what it is, like there's been sex trafficking and some other things. Racketeering. But there are a lot of people who feel like for what he's done, that 50 months is not enough time. Like that he really should have or be doing a harsher sentence for the crimes that he committed based on the transcripts and all the things that came out. So I want to know from you guys, like, do you all think that 50 months for sex trafficking? We saw there was a tape that went viral of him abusing Cassie, where he dragged her through the hotel, and I mean it was violent, right? Do you think that 50 months is enough for someone who is a mogul, someone who had the means to do these things?
Before you answer, I do want to provide context.
Yeah.
The charges is on prostitution.
Okay, prostitution.
So 50 months is convicted on prostitution.
Okay.
Just before y'all answer.
I think it was transportation to prostitution, though.
Yeah, so it has to deal with prostitution.
So I think if it was like, if he was convicted of prostitution, he probably would have got more years.
Right.
But it was transferred.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to stand up for nothing like that. Nobody like that. But I mean, I want to say who am I to judge? But if that's what they found and that's what they gave him, I can't say, oh, he should have got more time. Like, I mean, I can't say that. I'm not a judge.
He's wild.
So I'm sorry.
I think the original sentence they wanted was what? It was like 11 years.
Yeah.
It was 11 years or something, and then I think they obviously wanted to reduce. But they did say he was already in jail for 13 months prior to the case.
Yeah, time
so
considered.
then with the 4 to 5 years he's already gonna do, he probably would get out a little bit early, as usually people do. You know, he's got money. So he's really only gonna do about 2-3 years already. So it is kind of a little messed up, you know, because we did see him. You know, he was whooping on her in that, you know, to the elevator. He was dragging her down the hall. It was a little crazy. It's a lot of evidence on that. Now, you know, all the, what they call it, Diddy parties and everything after that, you know, that's up to hearsay. But
okay, yeah, I'll go ahead, Pastor Matt.
So first of all, even how they're presenting it, oh, he's getting 50 months. Call it what it is. Like, it's 4 years.
4 years.
Like, it's 4 years. And I feel like they're trying to pacify people by making it sound like he's getting a lot of time when he's really not getting a lot of time. At the end of the day, I get what you're saying, Jordan, in terms of like, if that's what they say he gets, who am I to say that? There are young men sitting in prison for decades.
Smoking weed.
For minimal charges, for much smaller things. And so this person who has built a he's a mogul, he's built an industry off of so many different things. I just think it doesn't say, I think when you're in a position, so for instance, if I as a pastor who preached, I don't know, faithfulness, right? Came out and I had 12 kids by 16 different daddies or whatever. I don't know, that doesn't add up. But I'm just saying, like, I was out here just wilding. Y'all would be like, you can't ever pastor again. You need to sit down. Because why? My influence is much larger, and what I cause or what I've done carries a much larger weight. You carry a much larger weight and a much larger responsibility. You should do more time, because I think that they need to set an example.
Yeah, so nobody at this table is gonna like me then. I'm completely opposite. Here's where I'm at. What he did was wrong. It's inhumane. It was terrible. But at the end of the day, how many people with money, with power, with influence have done the same thing and they have not been charged with anything? I don't like when you make an example of one person. If we're going to start arresting folks, if we're going to start convicting people on things, then we need to convict more than him.
I agree.
So I'm like this. Honestly, I think all of this is bogus, and I want to ask him, who did you like
make mad?
Yes.
Oh, so
and
you're
get on
free
their
Diddy then.
bad side. I did not say that. That are words that you are putting in your mouth, but not coming out of mine. I am not saying that at all. What I am saying is this. To your point about if a judge gave him that sentence, then it is what it is. Honestly, this whole thing, in my opinion, is to appease the masses who feel like it should be more severe punishment, way worse. So we're going to give him as much as we can on these charges legally based off of the case that is still, that was presented basically by the attorneys. And so the issue for me is legally, was this what it should be? Yes, because this is what you do in these type of scenarios. You can't, I hear y'all and I agree, but you can't compare apples to oranges. So we can't put anybody convicted of something dealing with prostitution in the same realm of anybody dealing with something with drugs, right? The reason why I say that, certain crimes might be federal and others might be only state, right? So I'm not saying that he's not charged with any federal things, but my point is that if you put everything in context, put everything in what it is, then you're like, okay, this makes sense. And for me, there are too many people that have done way worse, that have not even seen a courtroom. And the year, it's a lot more into it. So I'm really over it in general.
Now, I agree with you. I agree that I do agree. There are so many people who've done worse. Like, we've never seen Hugh Hefner be tried. Like, we've never seen some of these other people for real be tried. But it's interesting that Bill Cosby's in jail and P. Diddy's in jail. And these black people who we've known to be popular, who we've known to be people that our people in our black community look up to, go down in flames. But you don't see our cousins who do the same things, right? Like, who supply Diddy and Bill Cosby with whatever they're doing. They don't go down in flames. So I hear what you're saying in terms of, if this is the bar that we're gonna set, then everybody who's doing it needs to come under this bar, right? So I agree in that point that this definitely feels targeted. So yes, I think that it's targeted and that's bogus. However, I do also think that you're wrong. And I just think that, I think of all the evidence that came out, how is it the only thing he's being tried for is prostitution? He dragged that girl through the hallway.
That's domestic violence. He was not charged with that. The prosecutors did not go for him for those things.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why I hate that video was
should've
released. I hate the video was released because it had nothing to do with nothing, but it had everything in the eyes of society and people. Nobody wants to see another human being, male or female, beat down like that by somebody of power and influence. But what does that have to do with racketeering? What does that have to do with prostitution? This is domestic violence. And guess what, folks? Domestic violence is not a federal crime.
That's wild.
She can't be tried for other crimes unless like it's a targeted crime for that situation.
Yeah, if they can find out something, but he wasn't. That's where everybody goes to that video, but the prosecutors did not charge him anything that is a direct crime or criminal activity as seen in that video. They associated with the trafficking of saying that she was held hostage, she was being down, and that's what trafficking.
Okay.
But again, if we're going just like direct evidence, it's domestic violence. How many women have gotten beat down on camera and by powerful men, and those men have not been charged?
Because didn't Solange get beat up in an elevator?
No, I think she.
No,
I think she did the beating.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, she did the beating.
But it's true. I do think that media does a good job of disassociating. This is the issue. We show this. We make this the issue to justify this, right? So I get that. I just think that like part of the other thing is he's being tried for his preferences. When you look at the transcripts, he's into some wild stuff that Christians shouldn't be into. And we're judging him by that stuff to say, oh, you're wrong. He was into some wild industry stuff, and I think we're also associating that with his criminal activity when you really can't be tried for your
behavior,
for your preferences and your
It's not
behaviors.
legal.
And so those are the two things I think that we're seeing in this case, which makes it hard to separate what he deserves or what he's getting from what he deserves. Because we look at him, we're like, you are a weird guy. You like some weird things, but does that mean that you should go to jail for a whole lot of time? So I don't know. I think they didn't do a good job of trying him for all of the things that were crimes.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? And even if y'all gave y'all opinions at home, what do you think? Do you think he needs more years? Or do you think it's fine? Or do you think he should be charged for other things?
4 years not that long if you're rich, though. We got to be honest.
4 years is not that long if you're rich. He probably got a cell phone.
It's going to be
a
a real... He's going to be comfortable.
He going to be real comfortable.
I don't think anybody wants to be in prison.
I don't think
whether rich or poor.
For a day.
Yeah, no, I don't think, I agree with y'all, but I don't think he happy about it at all.
He's about FOMO, yeah.
He'll be out in two.
So
him and R. Kelly going to release an album.
Okay, on that note, viewers at home, what do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about Sean Diddy Combs' prison sentence? How are you feeling about this? Have this conversation because this is happening in our real world. And stay tuned while we get in our feelings. I think some people have already been in their feelings, but we're going to get deeper into our feelings.
Somebody come get Alex, please. We'll be back.
This episode is wild.
Oh, my God.
We'll be back.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
All right, y'all. We're back.
Yes.
If you haven't been watching, just go ahead and rewind. But welcome to one of our favorite segments where we get all the way deep down in our feelings. This is where we just talk about anything we want to talk about that we think people have feelings about, essentially. And so let's talk about it. I know personally I have been a victim of being judged of this. And some people have admired this about me and my husband. But matching outfits. How do y'all feel about this? When I talk about matching outfits, no, you do not have to be married to match. You can be girlfriend and boyfriend or fiance to match. But matching outfits, is it corny? Is it cute? Should we do it? Is it overrated? What y'all think?
I think it depends on the level of how we're matching,
right?
In my opinion. So I don't want to be that type of person, but matching outfits is a little corny.
This is a safe space.
How are we matching? Like, are we matching to the tee, the shoes, to the pants, to the shirt? Or are we just matching in color scheme?
Both.
Nah, it's corny. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cause like I'm a color scheme type of person. Like if you want to wear black for the night, or we wearing red or whatever. Or some days I would just get ready and she would get ready. We'd be wearing the same color. It would work out. Yeah. But forcing or going to shop together and be like, that we could get two of these. It's not, I need my own individual personality, my swag. Like you know how you always see like the videos where they would have the guys wear the matching shirts and they would all buy the husband's shirts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like, no, I just couldn't do it. It just couldn't be me.
All right. Well, ladies, you heard that? All right.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to be too vain or, act like I don't do that, but I do that. Like, but I think it all depends on how you do it. Like, if you don't have so I really don't want to sound like I'm all into that idea of it looking like, all right, bro. I don't. If you have a fashion IQ and you like enjoy fashion and you know how to put colors together, and shout out to Dapper Dude, if you know how to make it work, you're gonna make it work. You're gonna put that stuff on, and if you putting it on right, bro, like it's not about like me anymore. It's about us. And if I'm shining a light on us, like it's just sharing with the world. Like look what we doing. We love each other so much. We a team, bro. We in there strong. And last thing I'm gonna say, if we getting like Alex was talking about, we getting the same shirts, like, oh yeah, we getting two of these and we both wearing it. To me, it could be corny, but then I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm not trying to be like, oh, have this critical eye looking at people and judging people with what they wearing or the couples. But like, if you know how to do it, please do it. If you don't know how to do it, find out how to do it because there is a way.
How do you feel?
In this plan. Right. I was gonna defer to you because that's your thing. Like that's you and your husband's thing.
Yeah, we doing that.
I'm the odd man out at this table right now.
So I think that matching is cool. I think that, so I remember being in high school and like, so back in the day, you used to be able to go to the mall and get airbrush t-shirts, right? Mm-hmm. And like you would get airbrush t-shirts and you would have your nickname, he would have his, and like y'all would be matching with the airbrush t-shirt. So like I grew up in an era where matching t-shirts when you were dating was a thing, right? Now that I'm grown, I don't know about matching t-shirts. Like, ooh, we both got one. Like I wouldn't say that, but like I do think color scheme, I think that's fly. I think matching shoe game, I think that's fly. I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think having an element that matches, right? Like we got the same hat on, or maybe we rocking the same hoodie. There are times like me and my husband for alumni weekend, we'll rock the same hoodie, but different colors of the same hoodie or something like that. So I do think there's an element of like same team, right? Right. When a team goes out to play, they gonna have on the same colors, they're gonna have on the same outfits because it shows we're unified as a team. So I do think that's cool. I think it's OD when people match everywhere. Like they matching at the grocery store, they matching at church, they go to work and got on the same outfit but in two different places. When they walk down to the park, they gonna have on matching. That's when I think it's corny. When it's like, and I'm not so corny. That's when I think it's OD. I'm like, where is your own like person? Because I know there are times where I just want to have on tights and some tennis shoes and a t-shirt. And my husband, because he's like working all week, on the weekends, my husband gonna dress. Like my husband, he be doing all the things. By the time I get to Saturday, I be like, please, I just want to wear some gray sweatpants and call it a day. So I wouldn't want to feel like I have to give up my individuality because he wants to get dressy. And I'm like, I got 3 kids that I got to chase after today. Like I'm not here for it. So I just think there has to be a sense of, I think, autonomy in what you wear. But I think if that's what y'all do, then that's what y'all do. I just think head to toe is too much. I think elements of matching are what's up.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I'm corny in everybody's book and everybody's definition. I'm for it all. Now here's where I agree. Nothing should be forced, right? And it shouldn't be just one spouse always we're gonna match today,
calling
right?
all the
We're gonna
shots,
match today.
picking out the outfits.
No. I think it should be a collaborative thing, and I think we should be all in agreement. But I'm for it. I'm for matching shirts. Me and my husband have done the entire outfit matching from like, I never forget, we went to New York. We had the same sweat. We had brown sweat, hoodie and pants on. Under that, we had the same brown shirt with like a Jesus verse on it. And we both had trench coats and we both had New York hats.
Don't do that, guys.
And we both had Jordans.
Y'all was feeling yourselves. You loved it.
No, like everybody was
She
like,
be putting it
oh
on,
my
though.
gosh, like y'all look
First of all,
so great.
what y'all don't know,
Miss Burden be dressing.
Marcia,
Yeah.
her fashion game be on point. Like
Yeah.
I came to class one time and the students, they be talking about it. They be like, did y'all see these pants? I wonder where she be shopping at. Like you be putting that stuff on. So if somebody that know how to do it, doing it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
by all
no, so
means,
like
do
we
that.
got so many compliments. So like I've done that. Now, are we doing that every single day? Are we going to the grocery store talking about something? Hey, let's throw in our matching t-shirts and go to the grocery store? Not at all.
Yeah.
Like when we travel and not on planes, because usually on planes we do have something matching. It's either gonna be our tops, our coats, something gonna be similar. But that's for identification purposes and for just anything like that. But like if we're traveling on a road trip or something, we're not coordinating like every time. But so initially my husband, he was cool with it. He didn't have a problem with it. He wouldn't feel like he was pressed and he's losing his identity or anything like that. But he didn't care, really. He really didn't care either way. Then after like the first 10 people like in a day complimented him on what he had on and like what I can't get him to stop. Now he comes to me and is like, oh, what we wearing today? What we wearing to this event? What how we looking?
Exactly.
Sabbath. What color we doing?
That's a good team.
Like
That's a
so,
good
I
team.
said that to say like I've done it all. I do think that people shouldn't be forced into it. I think, and you can take breaks. We don't do this every day. Work. It wouldn't even work because we work in two totally different settings, and so he actually has to wear a uniform. I don't have to wear a uniform, right? I have to be dressed up.
Yeah.
He's never had to be like suit and tie, so that would never work. But church, we don't do exact at church because it's weird for me to come in with a pantsuit on and a tie just like him. But it's gonna be a color. So this past Sabbath, hey, it was royal blue. So I had on the royal blue dress. He had on the royal blue tie and handkerchief with a navy suit and a white shirt, and it looked great, right?
It complimented
and
each
so
other.
people be waiting for us. They be like, "Oh, okay." Now my in-laws do crap on us. We not free and exempt. My sister-in-laws be like, "Oh, what y'all wearing today? What match outfit y'all wearing today?" Whenever we come over to the house. So we are considered corny by some, but I am all for it, especially the t-shirts. You got a good t-shirt that got the good message on it. Oh yeah, we gonna have the same t-shirts on. Yes.
So I think for me, like as a parent, I be matching my kids. So when I see like
it's less work.
matchy adults, sometimes it gives
It look
like,
childish.
oh. So no, not you.
That was personal.
No, it wasn't. No, I'm
I
just
match with
saying,
my kids.
You match, right? You
We
match
all be
your
kinda
kids,
coordinating.
like, right? Like, listen. Oh, they got 2 of these for $5. Y'all, everybody getting one.
Oh, I'm broke.
You know what I'm saying? You see, they are taking this completely different. No, Children's Place is having a sale. 5
That's
t-shirts
real.
for $5.
No, facts. No,
Y'all gonna
big
get all
facts.
of this t-shirt.
You
Y'all
think
gonna
we
get
not?
these t-shirts, and we all gonna be matching because it's easier to do it that way, right? So like those kinds of things, I definitely think it's cool. So like for instance, Marcia, you are the fashionista, right? So when you put something together, it looks really, really good. So he's like, man, she put this together. What we doing? Because you gonna put it together. My husband is the fashion. He's not fashion. There you go, fashioner. I don't know what the male version of fashionista. So when he puts stuff together, I be like, oh, that looks really nice. For me, on the other hand, I'm in a different mindset. So I'm considering, is it comfortable? I have to be at church all day long, from 9 in the morning until I might not change clothes until the sun sets. I don't care if we match. Can I be cut? Like, are my feet gonna hurt by the end of the day? And if me wearing the same matching color shoes as you is gonna pain me in 2 hours, we're not doing it. So that's where I think having the same color. But I like to defer to my husband. I'll be like, babe, you gonna wear that? Okay, what do you think or whatever? And he'll come to me and be like, what about this tie or with this thing? What do you think? What do you think about that? And I'll look at him and be like, oh, maybe I could add a little splash of this
Okay.
to show that we are on the same team.
Yeah.
But And then also, like, listen, I'm on a budget. Like, sometimes, like, I'll be like, oh, you look real nice. Like, either you can afford to get the shoes, or I'm on a pastor's salary. So somebody I'm gonna let you get
Hey, I haven't been taught how to stretch because, everybody knows where I work at right now. So I have been taught how to stretch. But no, like, and this isn't gonna just stop with us. Like, if we have kids, I love the families. Yeah. That's the next level. All the families, the color is blue. But just because you're matching in color, you still have identity, right? You don't have to be exact.
Right.
Now sometimes I can get it down to the T. I never forget. First, like Snell, she was just like, man, Marcia, how did you do that? Like, it was the exact same. I think it was orange or something. It was like the exact same orange, and he did not have an orange suit, by the way. Just putting that out there. But he had orange accessories on, and I had on an orange dress, and it just popped. So when people saw us, they was like, "Oh, this worked!" Like, there's ways to do it where you're not looking like double mint twins, but at the same time, for the influencers that look like double mint twins, I like y'all. Shout out to y'all. Yes. Let me know. I'm ready for an endorsement deal. So
you gotta get your
anybody who's a couple, we're ready.
And if there are any brands that need endorsement, she is the one to have the brand endorsement, because she gonna rock all of the things and make it work. If there's anybody,
and shout out to my husband who is willing to do it.
Yeah, Solomon.
Because clearly we gonna. Well, Jordan, you kind of saying you okay with it, but Alex, we just gonna keep you for the cross and just. You're just not gonna marry anybody like that, okay?
My husband, I'd be like, baby, let's match. He was like, it's an accident. I'm like, although he be low key trying to do it, but he be like, it was an accident. I didn't do that intentionally.
Yeah, but Pastor, like you said, that's just not your thing.
Yeah, it's
like,
not.
And it's okay. Is it your thing? Is it corny? Did you listen to everything that I've said and you agree with the other three panelists that that's corny?
But listen, if you see her in person, you might want to be like Marcia, because she puts it together. Like, and I will say, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna be corny, be Marcia corny. Like, if you're gonna do it, no, I'm messing with you. But like, if you're gonna do it like Marcia. Like, their stuff be well put together, but don't be getting like the 2 for $5 t-shirts. And
you was just advocating the 2 for $5.
Don't knock them. They work
for kids.
They work.
Alex is tripping, but the minute Alex finds wifey, I can almost guarantee they're gonna have what's this matching polos, right? They're gonna have
because I'm gonna get ready first. I'm real quick, and then they just match me afterwards.
How you know you're gonna be the fastest? That's another
girls
subject.
Never get ready on time.
For the future subject of In My Feelings, we're gonna have to talk about who gets ready first. Mm-hmm. And the like.
Because it's not always the men. There are ladies that will beat the men. Some men like long showers. I'm just gonna say it. Some men like long showers. It's real.
I pray for my son's future wife.
What are you talking about?
All right.
So on that note, we want you guys to like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about R3 Table Talks. This is great for a Friday night. You play it with your friends, invite everybody over, potluck, and we want you guys to just share, be digital disciples, Apple apostles.
And I've actually had the privilege of meeting some of you in person that watch the show and find it interesting. If you would like to be on, please email me at mburden@oakwood.edu. Again, M as in Mary, Burden @oakwood.edu, and we will have you on the show. But here's the kick. You have to be here.
You have to live in Huntsville.
We cannot do any broadcasting from a person who is not here in Huntsville.
No ring lights and cell phones.
Yeah, we record in studio. Okay, so if you're interested in being, you would have to come to Huntsville, to Oakwood University Church, and sit at the table.
This is the place.
But yes, thank you for tuning in to RQ Table Talks, where we keep it real,
where we keep it relevant, and where we keep it raw.
See you next time.
What?
See ya. Pray for
You better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.